a leader from the highlands of Papua New Guinea, where I come from, once visited Canberra and Australia in the 1950s. His name is Kondom Agwendo. He made a speech in his own mother tongue because he knew no English. And it drew some laughter from the crowd. And he made a statement that is quite sentimental and historic. He said, "Today I come to you and speak to you in my language and you laugh at me. One day my son will come to you and speak in your language, and you will certainly listen. Today as I stand before you in your wonderful house, this prophecy is being fulfilled. I speak to you in the language you taught me." I want to say thank you to all before him, but more importantly, to the memory of Prime Minister Whitlam, for being perhaps the most socially progressive of his time, for his policy of self-determination for indigenous people of Australia, and for heeding the cries of the founding fathers of Papua New Guinea for our own self-determination. His quote goes like this: "If history were to obliterate the whole of my public service career, save my contribution to the independence of a democratic Papua New Guinea, I should rest content." Mr. Whitlam, we honor your memory, sir. Your name is now etched into the history books of Papua New Guinea forever, taught in schools, uttered every year when we raise our flag and celebrated our independence on 16th September. Hundreds of years from now may come and go, may pass, even when James Marape moves on from public life. But the name Golf Whitlam will forever live on because of Papua New Guinea, because of Australia and your leadership then and his generation of leaders. Papua New Guinea is independent today. Rest content at God's bosom, Mr. Whitlam. But I want to take this time to, in a very special way, thank a special group of people. Patrol and district officers, sometimes we've left them behind in our praise for others, or we call them in PNG in a special way the Kiaps. They represent the fair dinkum spirit of Aussies, if I could put it this way, living the comforts of their own homes and traveling into uncharted territories. If there is a need to write books, the books, in as far as PNG relationship is concerned with Australia, must be written many, many times over. In 1975, Mr. and Mrs. Hocknull, for instance, who were themselves in the early 20s, witnessed the lowering of Australian flag for the first time, for the last time, rather, and uplifting and hoisting of PNG flag for the first time in remote Como in the southern highlands of Papua New Guinea. Como would have seen the first outside contact through them. They had the first son born with no modern hospital care, born in the remote villages of the southern highlands of Papua New Guinea. This is what I'm talking about, part of the contribution Australia has made to my country.